So today we are going to dive into something little different. It's going to be a conversation about straight talk, effective communication, and tackling some of the most pressing challenges professionals face today. Our guest Sandra Valks here started her journey back in 1982 and has since become a powerhouse in helping professionals and executives turn challenges into opportunities. With decades of experience and a deep understanding of how to navigate high-pressure situations, she is today here to share her expertise on helping professionals and executives, especially those struggling with burnout or feeling passed over for promotions. So if you have ever wondered how to communicate with clarity, inspire action, and build stronger relationships, this is the episode for you. So over to you, Sandra. Please go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself to our audience.
That was a beautiful introduction, by the way. One of the things that's always important in presentation skills is to make sure you've provided an introduction, but you did it beautifully, creating it out of what we talked about. I really appreciate that. That's one of the first things I do, is to look at how do we get to be real, authentic, and connect. And you and I have already connected, even over Zoom. I mean, it feels like we're old friends and we just met. But where did I come from? I was a farmer's daughter way back when. And you know what happens when you're the farmer's daughter or you're the country kid? There's a stigma that we stick in our own heads, thinking we don't know as much as those kids in the town or the city or the streets, you know? And the truth of it is, once my sister and I and my brothers, you know, once we went to the city, we had that stigma, but we would look around and then there'd be a little crisis of some kind. Who was it that was able to go in there calmly and get things organized and do what needed to be done? Us country kids. Why? Because when you're out in the country, you go to town once a week and anything breaks, you fix it. So right from the very beginning, this girl was built to fix what you need, be resourceful, be resilient. You know, there was no whining about it. You know, you go take the weeds out of the garden, you've got live animals. So we didn't have a lot of money, but we never felt poor. Even though it turns out, I didn't know it at the time, but our whole area, our whole community was a bit of a depressed area. But none of us knew that. We didn't think about it. Here's an interesting thing. My sister's been doing some genealogy and she asked my mom much later, Mom, what was it like, you know, getting married and raising children in the Great Depression? And my mom, here's the resilience, and it's here. My mom said, oh, it wasn't so bad. Nobody had anything.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Think about that. You go through and you do what you need to do. And I would say that within the financial world, over 40 years now, that the resilience of being in the business for that long is incredible.
No, absolutely.
40 years ago, I started with London Life. They were the career agency for training for life insurance business. Investors Group at that time was the training place for mutual funds.
Right.
But I was at London Life, and I've probably forgotten more than a lot of people today have even learned, because at those times in that career agency, you dug down in deep and you got trained. You got really trained. And we started out with those memorized scripts. Right. And everybody'd say, oh, well, you're going to sound canned. Well, you might sound canned for the first 2 or 3, but when you practice, and then go out and do it and practice it with the real people, it becomes you.
Absolutely.
And today, still, people just want to jump to the success and they don't want the work. I've been in Toastmasters for over 30 years. Presentation is everything. Speaking and being clear is everything. So I'm just blessed with the learning that I've had from that one room school, 8 grades in one classroom. 2 of us went through each grade, all through all 8 grades. And it was the same little country school my dad went to. So the neighbors were his school buddies, for instance. I think our little country school probably would match what they call today the Montessori experiential. Right. And that's when I grew up. So I was really blessed. That's what I bring to get people into community and clarity and communication, confidence.
Awesome.